Crisis work, I think, is really important. Maine has a lot of mental health services, a lot of substance use services, but really the population that we serve in mobile triage are people that are um, having acute, in the moment crisis, whether it be that they're having suicidal thoughts or homicidal thoughts, or they're experiencing psychosis, or trying to get help for their substance use. So we're able to kind of connect with them, assess the situation, and get them connected to an immediate, short term help to eventually restabilize them and get them reintegrated back into the community and connected with long-term providers. I have worked with Crisis for a little over 8 years. I started out as a crisis worker initially. Eventually, after being here for about a year, I felt like I'd like to utilize some of the skills that I've had at previous jobs with training new employees and things like that. So I started doing training, and then from there, another maybe year and a half or so, I wanted to kind of start getting back into a more supervisory position. So I became a senior crisis worker, and then eventually where I am today as a team leader. I think the ideal crisis worker is somebody who has a lot of compassion for folks who are struggling with mental health and substance use issues, somebody who is flexible and is able to adapt to an ever-changing work day, and just somebody who's willing to learn, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into being a crisis worker, and really I feel like even after being here so long, I still learn things on a daily basis. So really the desire to learn is really important. Our training we do is pretty extensive. It usually takes anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks depending on the individual. There is some classroom learning, as well as a lot of in the field, hands-on training with learning how to field calls, how to assess safety appropriately, kind of various protocols for meeting with people in the various places that we do in the community, and really kind of how to figure out the best level of care based on safety concerns and things like that. My favorite day was when I was still in training. I had gotten a call from a young lady who was actively suicidal, and in the moment, it was sheer panic. But that's also the day that I realized that on the team that I'm on, you're never alone. Immediately, my team leader at the time was there coaching me through. I had coworkers calling the police for me to get them en route to try to get an emergency response there so that we could help this individual. I think the call, well actually I know the call was 13 minutes and 53 seconds, and that was the most stressful time in the moment. But it's also when I realized that with this job, when I'm in that room, I'm not alone. I've got a full team that's going to support me no matter what happens on the other end of the line. And really, for our program, we need to know that we have that support when we need it, so that we can help the people that we're trying to get care for get the support they need.